Hey there, good afternoon / good morning if you're in LA, because that's where I think Rebecca is going to be joining me from. Rebecca Zung. By the way, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Rebecca has a new book coming out, and Rebecca, if you're there, let me know. I'll start looking for you. But she has a new book coming out, and I reached out to her to talk. We've known each other a long time. She's an attorney. She always talks about how to deal with narcissists and narcissist behavior, and I didn't even know the definition of it until she explained it all to me. And now she has a book called Slay the Bully. So I'm so excited. Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. So let me look and see if I see her anywhere on there. Okay, I don't yet. Anyway, well, I could talk to you guys all day. I've been up early and heavily caffeinated. Let me just let her know that I'm here. And we're waiting for her. Okay. I'm here looking for you. There we go. She and I haven't seen each other. There she is. And she has been killing it. She's been killing it with like public speaking, with book. If you don't follow her on YouTube, it's incredible. But I don't know, she talked about, it's funny, when we first met, we were talking about relationships and what a narcissist means and the different types of relationships they can be in, because she was a divorce attorney for a very, very long time. And then I realized that this can come in all forms of relationships, and a lot of them that we talk about right here. And yes, highly caffeinated for sure this morning. I got up and did a dating conversation. Let's see. Okay, I am accepting you, Rebecca. Let me see if you can see that. I did a dating conversation on News Nation this morning. So we were talking about a bunch of dating things, and now we're just talking about people in general. What's going on, guys? I apologize. You don't want to just look at my face. Let's see. Rebecca isn't able to join. Why is that? Have her ask one more time. Sorry. I never know why this, like, some days it works perfectly, some days it doesn't work perfectly. Rebecca, if you can see me, I'm talking about Rebecca Zung, who is going to be joining me. It is saying, try again. Okay, we'll see. Rebecca Zung, who is an attorney and talks about narcissists and talks about different relationships and how to deal with them. And the first, well, one of the books she wrote was Negotiate Like You Matter, which I thought was a great book. And now she has Slay the Bully. Oh, hi.
Hi.
I swear, I always think I got this.
Keep sending requests. I don't know.
How are you? Nice to see you.
So good to see you.
I was bragging about you quite a bit, so everybody knows who you are.
Oh, thank you. It is so good to see you.
Oh, it's great to see you. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. It has been a wild weekend. Yeah.
You know what I always remember? Rebecca and I've known each other, I don't know how many years right now, but I feel like I remember we were in the middle, and I don't know why we were there, in Midtown talking, and you said, I'm doing this thing on YouTube, and I'm doing some stuff and doing some videos, and I'm like, YouTube, really? And you're like, I'm talking about narcissists. And I go, really? From divorce? Because we met over divorce, right? We met over having conversations about divorce, and what you have done in terms of bringing negotiating with a narcissist to life and how you deal with that has just been phenomenal to watch.
Thank you. I always say I did it kicking and screaming, because I remember saying to my husband, I really don't want to be the narcissist queen, you know, like it was sort of a thing I didn't want to necessarily do, but it was, I always say, you know, I had this conversation actually yesterday at my my live launch at the Grove. I actually launched.
Nice.
Yeah, yesterday was my book signing at the Grove, Barnes & Noble. And I said, you know, one of the most searched terms on the internet is, or phrases is, what is my purpose? And you know, when people search what is my purpose, it's really more of a calling to your soul. And I think, you know, for me, it's what is my purpose, but the why in Slay is is you, and you finding your mindset and you being on the offensive, but it's also your mindset and finding your authentic power. And I think for me, it ended up being my calling. It ended up being the thing for me. And I think because I have found this amazing community of people.
Yeah, it's
And
unbelievable.
yeah, I think, I cannot tell you, I get literally hundreds of messages a day of people saying, you know, you've saved my life and you've changed my life. And now I have, you know, this amazing sales team. And my head of sales actually said to me the other day, you know, Rebecca, you're changing not only the people's lives, but their children's lives. And it's actually like a generational thing. And so while I came to this kind of kicking and screaming, because I really didn't
I
want to
remember.
be doing this, you know, I was like, I don't know. But I really do believe that sometimes you find your calling in the craziest way. And so, you know, I know that I'm the only lawyer on the planet that's teaching people how to negotiate with narcissists.
Yeah.
But I do believe that for me, it's finding your authentic power in the long run. You know, you turn the tables on narcissists, but then at the end of the day, it's finding your authentic power, because narcissists, they the way that they control people is through fear. It's through it's because they are people who are fear-based individuals. They don't know who they are. You know, it's that emptiness inside of them that causes them to want to control people. And that the truth is that they're way more afraid of you than you are of them.
You know, it's funny you say that, because well, first of all, identifying what you've done is given people permission to identify a narcissist, right? Permission to kind of call that out, even if it's just to themselves. And then when you're there and you actually know what you're dealing with, I feel like that's almost half the battle, isn't it? Because if you don't know who you're negotiating with, and you don't know where it's coming from, and you know, I've told you my personal story with my first relationship. I had no idea what I was ill-equipped. I was ill-equipped to deal with that. And it really, you know, it came at a cost, right? Of a lot of different things. And I think that that's what happens when people don't even know what they're dealing with. Where do you start?
You walk into this web and you don't know what you're dealing with. And especially because they seem so charming and charismatic at the beginning. And that's the way they hook you in, right? Because you're dealing with somebody who's so perfect and so amazing. They make you feel like you're the most incredible person on the planet at the beginning. And they thing. And then it becomes this massive toxic stew the entire time. And it's this push, pull, the hot, cold, cold the entire time. And so you develop this massive, especially if you're dealing with a covert narcissist, you know, and this is whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship. You know, I was in a professional relationship with a covert narcissist. I didn't even know that covert narcissists or that narcissists could be women at all. And I tell people that, you know, when I was in this relationship with a narcissistic business partner, it was after I had developed a very, very successful law practice. So, you know, I tell people that it can happen to anybody at any time in their lives. You know, and they don't attach themselves to you because you have so little value. They attach themselves to you because you have so much, you know, because
you were the first one, though, to talk to me about it being as part of a professional relationship. And I think I always equated narcissism to a divorce, to a bad relationship, to a bullying of sorts. I think that was my very, I think that was my very immediate definition of narcissism. I don't think it went much deeper than that, you know. And then when you and I talked, and I remember it well, and we've talked a bunch of different times, I guess, about it now that I think about it. But I guess I remember it being about a professional relationship, and I said, "Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing." Like, Rebecca, this is huge. If it's part of like career and relationship, like this is huge. And when you said, I don't want to be, I remember you said that to me. I don't know if I want to be the narcissist person. I'm like, what? This is like real. It's helping a lot of different people get in a place where people get stuck. And when you get stuck into a pattern like that, it's hard to find the light switch, you know?
Yeah. And I thank you. And I think that, you know, I want people to know that this can be the person that keeps you up at night, that makes you feel sick you know, when it's your colleague, when it's the person that you feel like you feel sick you know, about dealing with, when it's that client that you don't want to see, when it's maybe it's a family member that you're having a hard time with. Maybe, you know, at my book signing yesterday, it was somebody who was dealing with a neighbor who was driving them, you know, bullying them. It was a neighbor who was bullying them. It was, you know, an upstairs neighbor who was like constantly, I guess, you know, banging on their roof, or, you know, constantly and bullying them. So, you know, I think that it could be anybody in your life that's literally bullying them. And, you know, I feel like this has been a confluence of events for my whole life that has led me to this, because I was bullied as a kid for being Asian. And I feel like it's anybody who feels like they feel voiceless and they just don't know what to do. And how do you speak up and start to feel like you have a voice?
And when you feel like you've lost your power, and you feel like you don't even know where to begin to find it, right? And that's a scary place to come out of. And I know for a long time, you know, you did divorce law, and that was sort of where a lot of this started. But really, it was more of the now that, you know, we've talked about it so many all over all these years, it's really been the personal side of things for you, not just the career that moved you into this place. And I know that you answer so many questions on YouTube. I remember when you started that, and you were just one after another, sitting right where you are now, answering so many questions. So when you say that somebody told you you're helping generations, I really believe that.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you brought up that phrase about the loss of power, because I think that is exactly what it is. It's that loss of power, and I want to bring up I love the analogy of the Wizard of Oz, where, you know how at the end, Glinda says to Dorothy, you know, you always had the power. And I always say that the wizard is actually more like the narcissist. You know, how the narcissist is, well, the wizard was like the one that had the fake head, and it was really like the a narcissist actually is.
Perceived power,
the fake power, the, you know, I'm pretending that I have this big thing, but I'm really not. I'm really this scared guy behind the curtain, because they really are more afraid of you than you are of them, right? But what I actually really love is something that's a little bit more, you almost don't catch it unless you're really paying attention to the movie. And that is that Glinda really is the one who has authentic power the whole time, right? And if you remember at the beginning of the movie, the Wicked Witch kind of tries to fly around her, and she says, "Go away! You have no power here." Do you remember that at the beginning of the movie? She kind of like flicks her away. "Go away! You have no power here," because she stands in her authentic power the whole time. And that is what it really means to stand in your authentic power. When you really know who you are and you're aligned, to me, it's when you're aligned with source and you know who you are, when you're aligned with source power and you know who you are and you're one with that. no one can touch you.
And you can feel
No one.
people that have that too. You know, I don't know, but as I've gotten older, and I don't know if it's 50, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I understand the place that I occupy, right, in my space. And I don't feel like I have to try to move into all these other areas to feel, I don't even know if it's power, just to feel who I really am, right? And I feel like that's what you talk about so much, because you talk about negotiating with a narcissist. It's not just to negotiate and get out of the situation. It's to negotiate and win and really slay, you know, you call it slaying the bully, but I really think it's also just, you know, slaying that part of you that that maybe didn't understand it, or that had something taken away from you.
100%. And that's exactly what I'm talking. Exactly what I'm talking about. Knowing who you are. And by the way, today is my birthday. So I'm just saying, you know,
I didn't know that. Is that in my calendar? Hold on. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy today's my wedding anniversary.
That's right. I did know that you got married on my birthday.
Happy birthday. Well, yeah. I am so excited for you. So guys, if you're just tuning in, I just want to make sure that you know, Rebecca Zung, we are old friends, and I've got to get out and see you more. I'm back and forth to LA quite a bit now, so I will let you know.
Yeah.
When I'm there. We're spending a lot more time there. It's her birthday today, first of all, but also she is a best-selling author. She has a big YouTube channel, a big presence on social media, and her new book, Slay the Bully, is out. So if you have a chance to pick it up, take a look at it. Her link is up above in my bio, but I'm so excited for you, because I don't think there's ever been a playbook like this to help people.
Definitely has not been. And you know, I don't know if you had a chance to even see my story, but you know, even Kate Beckinsale actually even came to my book signing yesterday, because you know, she and I want to do some things together for this, because you know, it's something that needs to be done. You know, we need to stand up, especially even as women, to stand in our power for this, because of the loss of power that I think a lot of us feel in these situations. And you know, so I really appreciate you, Tamsen, you know, helping me with this. You're using your platform to help me get the word out on this, because I feel like so many of us have been in this situation where we feel like, yeah, we're strong people, strong women, or even strong men. And we feel this loss of power, where we've lost sleep, where we feel sick, where we feel like we're losing our hair, where we feel like, oh my God, and we feel like we're the only ones. And we feel shame around that. Yeah. And I want you all to feel like that's, you know, if somebody's saying, I feel unloved, or you feel unworthy, and that's just so not true. And so I just don't want you to feel like you're in that situation. And that's why I wrote this book, and that's why I have my YouTube channel, and that's why I'm out here, you know, doing what I'm doing. Well, so, you know, you can get the book, slaythebully.com is the book. And so, you know, go grab it, and, you know.
Yeah, some of you guys are asking the title. Slay the Bully is the title.
Slaythebully.com is where you can get it. Yeah.
Rebecca, I'm so thrilled to be able to talk to you. It's good to see you again. I'll be out there in November, so I'll let you know ahead of time, because I'll be out there for a week or two.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking for it. We need to catch up, but I wanted to bring you on here. I wanted everyone to see the book, and I wanted people to be aware of what you're doing if they have not been to your YouTube channel to check it out. And the book is looking great. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yeah. I'm halfway through, so I will finish it up the rest of this week, and then I will pass it on.
Thank you. Yeah, Chris Voss wrote the foreword for it.
Great.
So yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, he's like another goat as far as negotiation is concerned. And, you know, we're all here trying to get people's voices heard. You know, I don't want anyone to ever feel a loss of power ever again.
Amen to that. Rebecca, it's so good to see you.
So great to see you too.
I'll make sure that we share it up in stories too, guys. If you don't have a link and you haven't seen the book in there yet, I'll make sure, and we'll keep this video up as well. So Rebecca, you'll have that too.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you are celebrating. Are you celebrating?
Oh, yeah. My best friend is here. Actually, we're going to go to a spa in Santa Monica.
Oh, okay. Very good. All right. Well, when I'm there next, you're going to come back to Santa Monica and hang out with me.
Yes, you better. It'll be so fun.
I'll spa with you there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Have a beautiful day.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye.